On Monday, September 1st, it was announced that LA was suing Stake.us and Kick over illegal gambling. They filed a sweeping civil enforcement action against Stake, Kick, and over 20 associated entities and individuals. It alleges that Stake is running an illegal online gambling operation in violation of California's unfair competition law, the false advertising law, and multiple state and federal gambling statutes. And this is big news because it marks the first time any U.S. governmental official has initiated civil enforcement against an online sweepstakes casino operator. Yesterday, it was announced that Aiden Ross, the Kick streamer,
it means you are a far right authorization on ultra-analytic. Oh my God, ultra-analytist. I don't know what that means, bro. I swear to God. I don't know what the fuck a fascism is. I don't know what the fuck that is.
And Drake, the guy from Degrassi and the disgraced rapper, being sued in this civil litigation. And I got a hold of the legal documents, so I thought today we would go through all of the important details that you need to know about this case. Now, I read through this so that you don't have to. Let's get into it.
Karma's a bitch.
Queen of Karma.
Stake pretends you're just buying play money coins for fun, but every time you buy those coins, they slip you a second currency, Stake Cash, which is the real money gambling chip. That's how they try to dodge gambling laws, but regulators say it's just a loophole scam. And I would have to agree. But let me explain how this works in more detail because you need to know this information going into the lawsuit. Yes, thank you so much for joining me today. I am so glad that you are here. I am so glad that you are able to make it to this live stream today. Very, very, very important information that we are going to be going over in terms of this litigation that was just announced, but that's really been going on. It's kind of a continuance on of what was happening in LA. So if you are unfamiliar with Stake, this here is their website. They are a gambling platform, and you basically come on here and you play games. Maybe you've seen it. Maybe you've even seen Drake stream it. Hey, it's happened. And so a lot of people have been promoting this over on Kick, and that kind of brings us to what I want to talk to you about now. Stake.us uses a dual currency setup to make its casino look like a harmless sweepstakes game, but in practice, it functions like real money gambling. Yes, it does. So they have two different sets of coins. They have what they call gold coins, which are called GC for short, of course. And it's marketed as the free play currency. You can get them through daily logins, promotions, or by purchasing bundles. They cannot be redeemed for cash. They're just for fun play. I believe that there's only certain games, too, that you can use them with. Then they also have what they call Stake Cash, SC, and this is the real gambling currency. You often receive the SC as a bonus when you buy gold coins. Unlike the gold coins, the Stake Cash has a direct cash value. You can wager it on slots, table games, and etc. It works with all the games. And then you can redeem your winnings for real money. Apparently. Hello, Violet. Good to see you. Glad you could make it. So, I'm sure you're wondering what Kick's role is in all of this. Kick is financially backed by Stake, and gambling streams are a major part of its content. This lawsuit directly ties Kick's growth to illegal gambling promotion. Hey there, good to see you. So they're being accused of illegal gambling promotion. The lawsuit names not just the platform and its owners, who is Ed Craven and Bajan Tarani, I think, but also a whole bunch of its providers and compliance vendors. The named defendants in this lawsuit include, and this is the lawsuit in LA that was actually filed in August of this year. So the defendants of that lawsuit, as you can see, are Stake.us, which is Sweepstakes Limited. That's their corporation. Kick Streaming, and of course, that's the Kick platform. Easy Go Group Holdings, Medium Rate, NV, Ed Craven, and Bajan Tarani. Like I said, I don't know if I'm saying that right. Bring it on. That's right. Bring it on. And then Verif, Evolution AB and its subsidiaries, Big Time Gaming, Net Entertainment, I'm assuming that stands for NetEnt, Red Tiger, and No Limit City, and then Hacksaw Gaming and associated entities. My name is Cool Cat, but due to YouTube being stupid, it doesn't display Cool Cat for some reason. Who knows? Maybe it's a hate crime of something. Maybe. No, they made it so that now instead of displaying your screen name, it displays the @ And I don't know if I like that. Because, like, what's the point in even having a screen name then? You know what I'm saying? But here we are. Is this scamming or gambling? Both. Because if you're doing illegal gambling, you're scamming. So the Los Angeles City Attorney's lawsuit against Stake.us, Kick, and their founders alleges they are running an illegal online casino targeting Californians, disguised as a social casino. The complaint seeks injunctive relief, restitution, and civil penalties under California's unfair competition law and false advertising law. Stake.us is accused of masquerading as a harmless sweepstakes social casino while actually functioning as a real money gambling site. So according to the legal documents for their lawsuit, it says, since 2022, defendants have operated, controlled, promoted, and or aided and abetted one of the largest and most profitable illegal casinos in California, Stake.us. Since 2022, defendants have perpetrated one of the largest and most profitable illegal gambling enterprises in California's history, the Stake illegal gambling scheme. That's what it's being called. Stake.us thus presents itself as a safe and free gaming experience. This was and is a ruse. Stake.us has deceptively portrayed itself to regulators and consumers as offering harmless gameplay when, in fact, it was and is an illegal online casino. Stake.us offers more than 1,900 casino games, including slots, table games, live dealer games, scratch cards, and exclusive Stake originals, like their own games. Stake publicly proclaims that its enterprises raked in approximately $4.7 billion, not million, $billion in gross revenue in 2024, after winnings were paid out. A large portion of that revenue came from the United States, including from California, in which unregulated gambling is illegal. Gold Coins works like a gift card. Cash is converted into digital credits that can be redeemed only for valuable services at a particular company. and the company will not redeem the credits for cash once purchased. Players can redeem GC only within the Stake.us casino for casino gameplay. It can only be used within this Stake app. So it's almost like an MLM when they give you credit for buying their products, you know? They're like, oh, here's some credit. You're like, gee, thanks. And now I have to buy another one, you know? Basically, that's what this is. It's all just like, now you have to continually gamble it. Because, like, what else are you going to do with that money? You can't pull that money out, right? Defendants' misconduct has inflicted and continues to inflict severe harm on Californians, especially individuals prone to gambling addiction and consumers targeted by false and misleading advertising. Which, hi, if you're new here, my name is Beth, our Queen of Karma, and I'm a consumer advocate. So we talk about everything that will protect consumers here. Defendants flood social media platforms with advertisements and influencer videos, which cast Stake.us as a platform full of safe, fun, and harmless games. But Stake.us is neither safe nor harmless. By masking its real money gambling platform as America's social casino, Stake and defendants create a predatory, dangerous gambling environment. This deliberately misleading environment draws in Californians across demographics, exposes them to substantial risks of gambling addiction, jeopardizes their and their families' financial and mental health, and otherwise presents the type of hazards that California's anti-gambling laws are intended to prevent. The city seeks to stop the Stake illegal gambling scheme from continuing to prey on Californians, recover all funds lost by Californians, and impose civil penalties to deter future misconduct. And I've left the link down below. According to Forbes, Stake garnered attention earlier this year, 2025, for an apparent advertising push that involved X accounts posting memes and other content with small Stake logos at the bottom, though it's unclear whether Stake was behind these posts or paid creators to add the Stake logo to their content. In response to one of a viral post of an adult film actress that included the Stake logo, the United Kingdom's Gambling Commission launched an investigation into the platform. In February, the commission said gambling company TGP Europe Limited, which partnered with Stake for its United Kingdom operations, would shut down the Stake platform in the country. So apparently it's already been shut down somewhere, you know? It's not looking good. It's just not looking good for them at all. I also would like to point out, hopefully you're looking at the website right now, that there's an affiliate program here. Okay? There's an affiliate program here. And you can earn commission for all bets placed by your referrals across casino and sportsbook. And they got this whole program here.
Welcome to the Stake Affiliate Program. Through this program, you can create custom affiliate campaigns, and for every player you sign up, you earn a percentage of their wagers. Getting started is easy. First, sign into your account on stake.com or create a new account in a few easy steps. Now go to the main menu on the left and tap Affiliate. From here, you have two options. You can copy and share the default campaign link, or you can create a new campaign by going to the menu and selecting Campaigns. Then tap Create Campaign. Now give your campaign a unique name Once you've created your campaign, copy the referral link and share it on your own website or any of your social networks. Once you've created a new campaign, monitoring them is simple.
Okay.
To get started, tap the menu and select Campaigns. Here, you'll see an overview of your campaigns, the users you've signed up, and the commission you've earned, which can help you analyze the success of your campaigns or pick up to 5 campaigns to compare the results. So you've created a campaign, got players to sign up and play. Now for the fun part, withdrawing your commission. To get started, tap the menu and select Commission. Here you'll see the commission you can withdraw both in crypto and local currencies.
Oh, wow.
To withdraw your commission, tap the Transfer to Balance button to see all the currencies you have available to transfer. Next, tap the Wallet button to go to your available balance, tap Withdraw, and follow the simple steps. So, what are you waiting for?
Yeah, guys.
Sign up today and start earning your commission.
Join today.
Only through the Stake Affiliate Program.
Join today the Stake Affiliate Program. Also, how many times do we have to say campaign? How many times do we have to say campaign in one ad? So, you know, it's an interesting gambling platform, to say the least. On Monday, just this Monday, this just happened. On Monday, Justin Killam of Independence, Missouri, filed a class action lawsuit against rapper Drake. Oh no, Drake's just getting it from everywhere now. Right? Like, just everyone hates Drake. Streamer Aiden Ross and sweepstakes casino Stake.us, accusing them of engaging in deceptive, fraudulent, and unfair practices that violate Missouri law. So here is the lawsuit that we are going to be reading over. Now, it was literally just filed. I don't believe it's even really gone through yet. So everything in this is alleged. Everything in this video is alleged. They are still in trial. This is what these people are claiming that Drake and this sweepstakes limited company and Aiden Ross are doing. I don't know what they're doing. I don't watch Aiden Ross. I would rather throw myself off a bridge. I also don't listen to Drake because I grew up a little too close to Toronto for that. So, I don't know what they're up to. But I do have proof that they were a part of this, and, you know, there's responses. But this is it here. This is what we'll be looking at. So let's go through what it says now about them. O-coins, yes, very much like O-coins, exactly. That's what the gold coins are. They're just like O-coins. You can't pull them out. They only exist in this stake platform, because I believe there's an app as well that you can download on your phone for this. It's not just the website, which I have to show you because I can't show you the app on here. And I'm not downloading anything from these scammers, damn it. Another missed chance for Ash to get that O-coin off the ground. That's right. He could have. All right, so it says, in addition to the stake entities named as a defendant herein, the so-called online influencers who post videos of themselves gambling in Stake.com's online casino through social media applications and thereby steer commercial traffic to Stake.com and Stake.us are liable for violating Missouri law. Basically, this person is claiming all of the same things that the other lawsuit is claiming, although they've also said that Stake has opened up Stake.com and it's not just Stake.us anymore. So that's been added on. But they're claiming all of the same things, right? And then they're also saying, and Aiden Ross and Aubrey Drake are the ones that promoted this to me. So Stake in particular pays online influencer defendants Aiden Ross, and Aubrey Drake each millions of dollars yearly to engage in promotional live stream online casino gambling with stake.com, which, as the name implies, does indeed influence consumers in Missouri and elsewhere to gamble with stake.us. But Drake and Ross do so under deeply fraudulent pretenses. So he's saying they're doing it fraudulently. To wit, when Ross and Drake purport to gamble online with stake.com, they often do not do so with their own money, despite telling the public in Missouri and elsewhere the opposite. The fact is not shared with the public in Missouri by Stake and or Ross and or Drake. These acts are deceptive, fraudulent, and unfair and violate Missouri law. This has happened before with influencers where we find out that the company is actually allowing them to do basically like fake gambling with the website to make it look like they're putting their own money in, but it's actually like the website funding their online gambling for the promotion, and that's what they're being accused of doing here. Plaintiff, on behalf of himself and all others similarly situated, seek here recovery of gambling losses with defendants, an award of class counsel's fees, an injunction against further violations, reimbursement of expenses and costs of suit as allowed by law, and such other relief as the court deems just and proper. So we're going to get into some of the info. Stake reinforces this deception through a carefully designed interface that seamlessly transitions players from casual gameplay using the gold coins to gambling real money with stake cash, as illustrated below in figures 9 and 10, which depict Stake's casino-style slot game, Wheel Big Winner. Try to say that 10 times fast. Wheel Big Winner. At the top of every game on Stake's platform are toggles that enable players, with just a single click or tap to switch between wagering non-monetary gold coins and Stake cash. Just a tap. Stake aggressively employs influencers like Ross and Drake on social media to market its online casino gambling. Stake leverages extensive social media campaigns to promote Stake, reaching millions of consumers across platforms such as Instagram, TikTok, and X. Stake's advertisements frequently feature videos of prominent influencers and celebrities gambling with Stake cash and winning massive amounts, as shown in figures 11 and 12 below. Figures 11 and 12 show screenshots of videos featuring paid influencers that Stake has prominently posted on its Instagram account. Figure 11, which in case you don't remember, that's this one on the left here, this dude with the backwards hat, depicts an influencer known as Jared FPS, winning 100,000 Stake cash, playing Stake's Plinko game, promoted with the caption, "Huge dub," a 1,000K SC hit for Jared FPS after yet another 1,000 times Plinko drop. Jesus Christ, reading that was like so foreign to me. I'm like, what do these words mean? Figure 12 depicts influencer Blessed MMA, I believe that's his name, winning over 5,000 Stake cash while playing the Banzai slots game. These influencer videos emphasize large monetary rewards using celebratory animations and visuals of virtual coins cascading across the screen, enhancing the allure of gambling. So, this sort of deal. There's this guy. By showcasing popular influencers achieving substantial wins, Stake strategically employs social proof and aspirational marketing to give the misleading impression that large payouts are common, enticing users to shift from casual play into real money gambling with Stake Cash. Stake also heavily promotes itself through celebrity endorsements and major sports sponsorships. Its most prominent partner is the internationally famous rapper and defendant Drake, whose public wagering of enormous sums on Stake.com has created what industry experts call the Drake effect. They actually have something named after him called the Drake effect, which means that it will massively boost the Stake brand's popularity, especially among younger, impressionable audiences who admire Drake's glamorous lifestyle. Although, to be fair, I think less people admire Drake today than ever before. Drake is also directly sponsored by both Stake.us and Stake.com, which prominently feature him on their web pages, strategically using his celebrity influence to encourage impressionable users to gamble. Stake.us boasts that Drake has been a longtime member of the Stake community, after which a partnership was formed, where a new gaming experience will allow users to have a chance to win big alongside Drake. This type of giveaway will be on a magnitude unseen before. Wow! And so here is the Stake website. They have an entire section on Drake alone. Here it is. You gotta love to see it, Or maybe you hate to see it. I don't know. Violet says, this really sucks. I hate it. That's right. So you can't really see what it says here. So I blew it up for us. So under history, it says Drake, the hip-hop sensation, has been a longtime member of the Stake community. Storming the ranks of the VIP program, Drake fell in love with both the platform and the perks associated with our VIP program. It was then that its partnership was formed, based on mutual appreciation between megastar and product. And I'm like, did they get ChatGPT to write that? What the hell is that? And here is the live stream giveaway section that they show us. It says Stake and Drake. I hate that part. Stake and Drake will collaborate to bring an entirely new gaming experience to users, which will include an evening of interactive connectivity where fans and users alike will have a chance to win big alongside Drake. Woohoo! I guess. This type of giveaway will be on a magnitude unseen before. You don't want to miss out. More information about when the live stream will take place coming soon. I just wanted to show you. It really is on there. And then we're going to now go over and actually take a look at the lawsuit. Because page 23 showed Drake's further involvement, and I think it would be best to show the rest of this to you on the actual document. Because I realized we would be here for 17 hours if I had to blow up everything. That's basically what it is. So here is the next portion. So you can see they have an amazing section, again, just dedicated to Drake. This is our Drake section on the website. Journey from a player to a partner. Here we have Drake's live stream giveaway and rewards. So they're doing several of these live stream giveaways, right? And then Stake history in the making. Good old Drake here. They even do Drake's picks, where he shows you what his favorite games are. Which, that's quite interesting, isn't it? Stake, Drake, we're going to commemorate over what's at stake with Drake. I don't know. Violet told me to rap. I've done enough rapping today. That doesn't make sense to you yet, but it will soon. So, even Drake's official Instagram account, Champagne Poppy, which just even reading that word just makes me want to shoot myself, and X account Drizzy, prominently, so you're from Toronto, Lord, prominently displays his partnership with Steak, which reach over 142 million and 38 million followers, respectively. That placement puts it ahead of its other ventures, including Nocta, which is his Nike sub-label, October's Very Own, which is his record label, and then Better World Fragrance House, and even his official fan club. On one of the most followed accounts in the world, this kind of visibility elevates Steak far beyond the typical worldwide web platforms. It becomes a centerpiece of Drake's brand ecosystem. And here's his Champagne Poppy. And yes, he does have, as you can see, Steak is the very first thing listed. Before anything else, he's like steak.com. It's kind of hard for you guys to see. Hold on. Right there. It says Steak at Steak, steak.com. Then it gets into his like music and stuff. Which I agree, that's a little bit weird. You would think it would not be that way. I think that would be at the end. But, you know, there it is. There it is. And even Drizzy, here it is, partner. Right there. Steak. Then he has DrakeRelated.com and Nocta. And yeah, that is weird. That is a little bit weird. Drake and Ross live stream betting on platforms like Kick.com, which is also backed by the founders of Steak. In late 2022, the founders funneled Steak profits into launching Kick, built to rival the earlier developed live stream platform Twitch.com, known as Twitch, just months after Twitch blacklisted Steak ads over consumer protection concerns. So if you are using Kick as a website, as a platform, if you're streaming on Kick, know that you are streaming on a platform that was created so that a scam could continue to harm its consumers and illegally market gambling to people. And this is why maybe you should just stick to YouTube and Twitch. I'm just saying. Don't do the Rumble. Don't do the Kick. Just that you don't know what things are attached to or what things are a part of. You know? I'm just saying. There's a lot of people I know that are like, I'm going to go over to Kick. And I'm like, wouldn't do that. In response, they revived Steak's original playbook. Relaxed rules, generous payouts, and aggressive creator incentives. Kick offered streamers 95% of subscription revenue, nearly double Twitch's cut, and signed top talent with multi-million-dollar deals. It makes you wonder how they can pay all that out. Like, where are they getting all this money from? You know what I'm saying? You know? The platform quickly made waves, but its loose moderation policies attracted controversial figures and questionable content, complicating its path to mainstream ad partnerships. So Wild West over here. And here is Drake on Kick playing the games. And you can see he's got a live chat going, you know, just like all the other streamers. Gotta love it. Here he is. In an ad. You got Aiden and Drake. Wonderful. Gotta love it. But Drake's role as Steak's unofficial mascot is quietly corrosive. He's glamorizing the platform to millions of impressionable fans, many of whom treat his wild betting habits like gospel. What makes it even more unsettling is that Steak apparently fronts Drake and Ross house money. And there it is. So any reported losses are part of a marketing tactic designed to draw attention. Steak's influencer marketing, especially through Drake and Ross, is directed, among others, at teenagers in Missouri and in other states. So one of the controversial things about this is that, yes, teenagers are playing it. As in people that are not of age to be gambling. You can be 18 years old to log on to these platforms, but in many U.S. states, you have to be 21 to gamble. And so that creates a little bit of an issue with the law as well. As one industry commentary puts it, Drake becoming Steak's cultural mascot is insidious. He's marketing the app to millions of aspirational obsessives, turning his fan base into a horde of gambling degenerates who trust their favorite influencers' baseless calls with divine faith. It's almost like Drake is now one of those crypto bros, but he's doing illegal gambling towards teenagers with it. You know, he really wanted to hit on that A minor. It's astrology for boys nursed on Barstool. It's even darker because Steak likely gives Drake credit to use for promotions. So there are no stakes to him going berserk with bets. You don't want him to go berserk with bets. Then we have to call Bob Larson. He always wins. And that's the thing. He always wins. So it gives an unrealistic expectation to those who are watching. They think, okay, I'll go play. I'll win like Drake wins, without realizing that it's kind of rigged for him to win because it's a marketing campaign. You know, it's very, very dirty. Very dirty, dirty, dirty. Another industry perspective states, Aiden Ross, is an example of influencers who are promoting crypto gambling and sports betting ventures to their young audiences. Many of these figures, including Ross, have landed major sponsorship deals with gambling companies and are sometimes given house money to gamble with, removing the actual risk associated with online gambling. Steak's and Drake's and Ross's conduct here threatens the welfare of Missouri residents and especially its young people. Think of the kids. The National Institutes of Health in a 2021 white paper observed that despite its illegality among adolescents, online gambling is a common practice. Which we don't like to hear that, which puts their mental health and well-being at serious risk. Steak similarly sponsors global sports franchises and famous athletes, including Everton FC in the English Premier League and Formula One racing team Kick Saber and multiple MMA and UFC fighters, including Israel Adesanya, who also posts for Steak. Probably said that name wrong too, but here they all are. Here we got Drake, Steak F1. We got DeVito, Ojla. I don't know what that is. Oh God, I'm not going to be able to. Valentina's on there though. That's not good. Don't want that. So these partnerships associate Steak with excitement, and legitimacy of elite professional sports. Not good. Not good, guys. We don't like to see it. Really? With the kid in the picture? Yep. That's right. Lovely when it all comes together. So, yeah, that's not good, though. So, I don't like that. The point of Stake's aggressive sponsorship strategy is clear. By linking itself with globally admired celebrities and teams, Stake aims to normalize online gambling, increase consumer trust, and disguise the risks of gambling behind an appealing entertainment-focused image. Critically, Stake.us and Stake.com sponsor the exact same celebrities and sports teams, further demonstrating that Stake.us is simply a strategic copy of Stake.com, deceptively rebranded as a social casino to evade gambling regulations. And you probably shouldn't trust a platform that's wanting to evade the regulations, as I keep pointing out. All right? If a company is saying, we want to evade the regulations that were put in place to protect you, the consumer, you as the consumer should say, I don't want to support that. Why would you do that? Right? You shouldn't be supporting anything like that. Hello, Silvio. You know? Like, that means that they want to make it so that you're not protected from them pulling shit on you. They want to make it so that you can't stop them from scamming you or from pushing boundaries with you. That's what that means. That means they have no respect for you as a customer. They don't care about you, your rights, or the laws. So stop supporting damn companies that do this. You know, if they're trying to evade the regulations, that's not a good sign. Through its targeted and misleading marketing, Stake attracts users who remain largely unaware of the financial and emotional dangers involved, with gambling, allowing Stake to maximize profits while escaping the accountability, oversight, and consumer protections required of legitimate gambling operations. Again, it's your consumer protection that they don't have respect for. So you should not have respect for them. And you should be like, well, then screw you. I'm not going to use your application. Too bad. So the class action allegations are that basically that it's about anyone in Missouri who has gambled and lost money in Stake's online casino at any time during the past 5 years before the filing of this action. And it says that there's so many people, we don't really know how many people there are, but it will be at least hundreds of members. So common questions of law, in fact, exist as to all members of the class. These questions predominate over any questions unique, blah, 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 blah. So whether defendants engaged in all unlawful, unfair, or deceptive business practices by advertising and selling their online casino services and products as described herein. Whether defendants' sales practices constitute an unfair method of competition or unfair or deceptive act or practice in violation of Missouri consumer protection law. Whether defendants violate this law and this one about online gambling casino as a gambling device. Whether plaintiffs in the class's losses constitute money lost at gaming, as that term is used, and whether defendants were unjustly enriched at the expense of plaintiff and the class. Whether defendants used deceptive representations and omissions in connection with the sale of their online casino services and products to plaintiff and the class. Plaintiff and the class is plaintiff is the person who brought on this civil case. It's class action. So the class, like I said, they don't know how many people it is, but it's open to anyone in Missouri who has used this app in the last 5 years. Whether defendants represented that their online casino has characteristics or quantities or that it actually does not have in violation of Missouri consumer protection law. The appropriate measure of damages to be paid to the plaintiff, whether injunctive relief is appropriate to halt defendants' practices as complained of herein. Plaintiff's claims are typical of the claims of the class. Defendants' actions have affected class members equally because those actions were directed at plaintiff and class members and affected each in the same manner. Accordingly, plaintiffs' claims against defendants based on the conduct alleged in this complaint are identical to the claims of other class members. Plaintiff will fairly and adequately protect the interests of the class. Class action is superior to other methods of adjudicating this controversy. So that's why they've decided to go with a class action. That way, anyone that's been harmed by this can hopefully get funds back if they are awarded any funds in future. Similar to the case with On Passive. You know, they kind of keep it open so that if you were somebody that bought in at a time, then you can come and collect if they decide that you're owed. So that's good. The prosecution of separate actions by individual members of the class would create a risk of inconsistent or varying adjudications, establishing incompatible standards of conduct for defendants. It's the best way to go about it. Defendants have acted or refused to act on grounds generally applicable to plaintiff and the class alike. And I bet you're wondering how the defendants have acted, and don't worry, we have a response. Questions of law and fact common to members of the class predominate over any individual questions that may be alleged to affect only individual class members. And the damages sustained by the individual class members will not be large enough to justify individual actions when considered in proportion to the significant costs and expenses necessary to prosecute a claim of this nature against defendants. And even if every person could afford individual litigation, the court system could not, so it's better. No difficulties are likely to overcome the manageability of this class action, and no superior alternative exists for the fair and efficient adjudication of this controversy. So, count 1 is Missouri Merchandising Practices Act. We'll just go through the acts quickly again. I do have it linked all down below. There's also unjust enrichment, which you guys should remember. Basically, it's defendants have illegally taken money from plaintiff and class, and they knew that they took the money, as a scam. Violation of RSMO and blah, 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 blah. So I'm sure you're wondering what that's about. I think this one we do kind of have to explain. So section 434.030 of the Missouri statutes allows gamblers to sue for their gambling losses in certain circumstances. The statute provides that any person who shall lose any money or property at any game at cards or at any gambling device may recover the same by action of debt, if money, if property, by action of trover, replevin, or detenu. Detenu. So, I wonder if they'll have to decide if stake.com as an app counts as a gambling device. And I think that's what some of this is about. So plaintiff and proposed class are persons who shall lose any money or property at any game, gambling device, or by any bet or wager, whatever as defined in this law, to defendant's stake. Stakes, gambling products, and services are a gambling device, yeah. And in some instances, also a game at cards, because they do have card games too. So they're saying, I think that they also broke this law because it is technically a gambling app. And, some of the gambling does involve cards. They do got a Queen of Spades in there. So maybe we can use this law and say that they fucked up, Plaintiff and the proposed class paid stake consideration for using its gambling device in the form of their gambling losses and related fees and payments to stake. Stake should be ordered to reimburse plaintiff and the proposed class for their gambling losses under this statute. Then they have a prayer for relief. So they want damages, as we've kind of already talked about that, and that is pretty much it. As you can see, that was dated for October 27th, 2025. And so it's not an official court document. All this is alleged. Like I said at the beginning, this isn't official because it was just filed, and it's going to take a couple days before it goes through the system and everything. But this is what was handed into the court to start this litigation up, okay? This is what they're doing. This is what they're alleging against Drake and against Aiden Ross. I thought it would be good to kind of go through the rest of this and just show you, because, there was a lot to talk about with that. So I'm sure you're now wondering, well, that's all fine and dandy and everything, but, this wonderful, amazing app here, and the people that promoted it, what are they saying about this? Have they responded at all? Is there a response to this? What are they saying, Queen, about this that's going on? So luckily for us, Aiden Ross has allegedly responded to this lawsuit, and it's quite short.
Guys, there's nothing to talk about regarding the title, regarding what's going on with us. You guys can look into it. I will tell you guys this. Read through the case yourself. It's fucking bullshit. To me, it seems like somebody, if you guys can see what Asmongold said, because someone sent that to me, it's literally true. Just watch the Asmongold thing. It's bullshit. It's fucking bullshit.
Yep. That's what he said. I'll play it one more time, just in case you didn't hear it, because it's real short. This is what he said about he and Drake getting sued.
Guys, there's nothing to talk about regarding the title, regarding what's going on with us. You guys can look into it. I will tell you guys this. Read through the case yourself. It's fucking bullshit. To me, it seems like somebody, if you guys can see what Asmongold said, because someone sent that to me, it's literally true. Just watch the Asmongold thing. It's bullshit. It's fucking bullshit.
Yeah, just watch the Asmongold thing. It's bullshit, all right? All of it is bullshit. It's bullshit, he says. And so I went looking to see, is Steak responding? What if they respond? And I checked all of their social medias to see if they had done a response, including their Instagram, which you can see here. And again, they have a bunch of, I don't know if these people are actually promoting Steak. You know what I'm saying? And I don't want to log in on here. I don't know if these guys are actually promoting it knowingly, or if Steak is just now taking pictures of people as well and then just slapping Steak on there, or what is going on with that? You know what I'm saying? I'm not really sure, but so far Steak has not responded. And so then I wanted to see what Drake said, because I think that's very important, See, poor Drake, Scam Chan says. Everyone's worried about Drake, Are you a lawyer, Aiden? Oh, God, could you imagine? Did you see the clip of him at the beginning? If you didn't, go back. He would have an awful time in court, that Aiden. Don't gamble, people. If you ever have the urge, contact Silvio first. Contact you first, all right. So I went to go see if Drake responded to this, and unfortunately for us, Drake didn't respond, but fortunately for all of you, I thought to myself, what would Drake respond? If he was going to respond to all of this, what would he say? And I think he would say this.
City lights flicker, my dice kiss the concrete. Hustle with a pulse, every roll feeling offbeat. Missouri calling foul, LA tryna dim my glow. But this heart bet's heavy and the chips just flow. Stake my lifeline, roulette spins my lifeblood. Virtual streets where my demons found love. Cards cut sharper than my uncle's Sunday razors. Crypto dance dirty, my sins catching vapors. Stay my one and only vice, even if the world throwing loaded dice. They don't get us, they just hate Missouri cold, but you my warm escape. They say I'm gambling, I say I'm dream chasing. Life's a jackpot, the odds keep me pacing. LA got their cameras, but they don't see the soul. Missouri pointing fingers, but can't touch the goal. My wallet sings blues, but the melody's sweet. Every loss a reminder, my grind on repeat. Digital devotion, no priest for this prayer. My stake altar's lit, let them stop and stare. Stay, my one and only vice. Even if the world throwing loaded dice, they don't get us, they just hate Missouri cold, but you my warm escape. My one and only vice. They don't get us, they just hate. But you my warm escape.
So yeah, I think that's what Drake would say if he was going to respond to this. But I guess we'll just have to see. The news really just broke yesterday. It's been all over the place. And so we'll have to see what goes on with this. I'll be keeping a close eye on this in future. So do not worry if they respond anymore or if anything happens, I will pop on here and I will let you know. Thank you so much for coming and hanging out with me today. I am really sick. I have the flu, and I'm just trying to get better before Halloween so that I can come on here during the day with all of you on Friday and have a really fun Halloween stream, and then hopefully go and celebrate Halloween with my family and go trick-or-treating. So I'm going to go and take a nap now, but please do share this out. Let everyone know about Steak. Let everyone know about Kick. Tell everybody to get off Kick. If you're a content creator and you have decided to start a platform on Kick, maybe just think about not doing that anymore. You know, maybe just stick to YouTube. Maybe stick to Twitch. You know, a lot of people don't like Twitch, but I do have to say that I appreciate how they tried to protect consumers with this. I appreciate them saying no to Steak and then booting them off the platform. I feel like that makes me feel like it's a little bit safer. And I know some people are like, well, I don't like censorship and I don't like regulation and no. Well, that's not what we're doing here, okay? Over here, we want to protect the consumers any way possible. And sometimes that means a little bit of censorship and a little bit of regulation. And apparently in this climate today, that is much needed because there's so much information, so many scams. Be safe on here. All right, look at even Drake is trying to scam you. Okay? Even Drake is trying to scam everybody. How dare he? Of all people. But yeah, I had to come and weigh in on this because I find it kind of funny. You know, I've been a long time Drake hater. I've been a Drake hater since he was on Degrassi. And I told everyone, just you wait, you're not going to like this Drake fellow by the end of his fame. And everyone was like, no, you're crazy. He's like the greatest guy ever. Why do you not like Drake? No. And now here we are. That's all I have to say about that. Here we are. So, you know, I think it's important to get this message out about Kick and about Steak. Hold on to your wallets. Hold on to your money. You guys work way too hard to let it go to Drake and Aiden Ross. Okay, they're rich enough. They don't need your money. Keep your hard-earned cash. And always research the platforms that you're using, you know, just to stay safe. I know that YouTube isn't exactly perfect either, but I feel like it is one of the safer ones out there, and it does at least try like Twitch tried. So those are my thoughts. Thank you so much. Have a fabulous, fabulous rest of your day, and I hopefully will see you all on Friday for Halloween. Give us a like, subscribing, keep supporting our amazing members, all of the